Hello YouTubers, and welcome to this week's shop rant. Not that I'm trying to make a rant video every week, but this week definitely deserves one. We're all familiar with these things, small engines. This one of course being from Briggs Stratton, hence the name today, Briggs Stratton bullshit. How hard is it for an outfit to put the dimensions of a piston on the description of the item in their website? You can buy replacement parts from Briggs Stratton, and there's also a few other outfits that sell their parts as well, and they have a similar setup in their website where you can go in and you can look at the part up, you can see it on the exploded view breakdown, and the exploded view, wonderful. I got to give them kudos for that. But the problem is, this cowling came off of an engine that's in my monoaxle tractor picture. And it resembles a 9-horse engine in so many ways. When I first got the thing, the guy that originally sold it to me couldn't identify the engine. I pulled the cowling off and scrubbed it down, found the B and S on the outside here stamped into it. So then I knew, pretty much right then and there when I got the thing that it was a Briggs engine. Just confirmed it after I pulled this cowling off and scrubbed it. Up until that point, I was just guessing by gosh, and I bought a carburetor for it. The carburetor that was on it was pretty well shot, so I had to buy a new one, and I had it come out of the States, and I looked at it and it's like, okay, this looks pretty much like a 9-horse. And got the carburetor, looked through eBay, found one. Sure enough, got it here, fit like a glove. So I was under the impression this was a 9-horse motor, and it turns out it's a 10. So I ordered the piston gave out on it last year, and so what I did is again going, it's not a Mr. Bozo mistake, it's just a mistake through lack of data. I did measure the bore. I went to a local Briggs dealer and told the guy, measure it before you order it, or have them measure it in the warehouse before they send it out. And then that way I know for sure, okay, this is the piston that I need, or no, I got to keep looking. Well, they didn't do that. So the parts got here, and of course, $200 down the drain. Because it's a special order coming out of the States, and no returns. Ooh, isn't that fun? So Briggs Stratton, you need to get your shit together and put the goddamn dimensions of your pistons and other parts in the description under specs. I mean, you've got the column there. Use it. How hard is that? I guess that's a Herculean task to have some nerd come in there and type in a few little numbers. As it turns out, the piston that I have in my tractor is a 3 1/16, and the piston that came was just a smidge under 3. It was like 2.9 something, 99 inches or something like it. It was just a skosh under 3 inches. So I knew right then and there it wasn't going to work. And lo and behold, go through it, and so I started looking at the 10-horse motors in eBay and found one that resembled this thing here somewhat, and got the number off of that and started researching in eBay or in Briggs and Jack Small Engines, and found out that I have a 10-horse motor, not a 9. And it took me a while. I looked up the piston number. Again, there's no specs on it. So how did I find it? Well, I got to digging around in eBay with that number in the hopes that I would find somebody that actually listed the diameter of the piston. And lo and behold, some guy in Thailand, of all places, showed it. So then I knew, okay, now I have the right number for the piston for my engine. just based on that size. So I'm guessing an 11 horse piston is probably going to be like 3 1/8 or, you know, 3 3/16, or who knows. It's just hard to say. So many of those parts interchange because, you know, the points interchange from 9 horse to 10 horse to 11 horse to 12 horse. It's all the same through the bench. Spark plug, yeah, I think even the cylinder head and the cylinder head gasket are the same. There's a whole slew of parts that interchange on these motors. So that's the reason I'm so frustrated with Briggs, is because there's no dimensions given in the description. And that just, sorry Briggs, but you guys really fucked up. So anyway, this is this week's shop rent, and if any of you guys out there have a line to Briggs, give them a shot, and you know, give them a good swift kick in the britches, or you know, let them know that they need to get their shit together and get this stuff user friendly. Because like I said, on this cowling there is no number. I looked everywhere, there is none. This must be a replacement cowling, so there's no telling what engine I do have, and there's no number on the casting either. So I'm just guessing by gosh, and have only dimensions of the actual part to go on. So that was frustrating as all get out. And it would make a guy's research a whole lot easier if that dimension was listed with the specs. So anyway, you guys out there, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Any discourse is always welcome. And I'd like also to thank the new subscribers that have came on board, and hope to hear from you guys on various issues. If you guys have experienced something similar with this, let me know. Maybe we can get something going. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon.